Welcome guys, this is Zykor on a new video. Here we shall be doing a what if on Goku having been born with FRIEZA'S potential. This will be first chapter on this what if timeline. If you do enjoy, please consider smashing the like and subscribe button to help me grow this channel and to continue providing you with wonderful content. My goal on this first chapter is 1,000 likes, as to upload the next chapter. Now into the video. Our story begins with Goku being born in the year 769 of the DB calendar. During the reign of King Vegeta III, like the main timeline, he is still born with a very low power level of 2, however in this arc, despite the low power level, he is born with an enormous potential, rivaling that of FRIEZA'S, which in itself is quite broken, unfortunately except for us. None of them happen to know this terrifying fact, and there happens that there aren't any potential measuring devices, and as normal Goku is sent off planet Vegeta to Earth by his parents, hoping that their low-class born son Kakarot would enjoy a peaceful life in another world. Men, I kind of feel their love, which is quite touching, especially it coming from a Saiyan parent. Back to the story. The planet is still eradicated by the tyrant Frieza for fearing the existence of a legendary Super Saiyan. What is with Guy? This also happens to be an order from Beerus, the god of destruction. Keep that in mind. It will also greatly affect the future events of the story. On the way to Earth, the Saiyan space pod is intercepted by a certain mysterious being. Let's go back to Goku's intended destination, Earth. We find Gohan, who still goes to the forest ashole to gather herbs and fruits for whatever reason. Come on, I wasn't even there. Here Goku doesn't land on Earth at Mount Pazu. Sorry guys if the word is incorrect, just bear with me. Okay guys, back to the story. Now without the arrival of Goku, the events carries on as usual, but a little different for there being the absence of Goku for now. Take note for now. Back to the mysterious kidnapping case, we find our cells in Zena's palace where our little protagonist is held hostage, or so we think. We see two beings having for what it seems a very important conversation, and it seems to be connected to our Saiyan baby Kakarot. It happens to be the ruler of the Mulverse, Zeno Sama, and the highly respected attendant the Grand Priest. We are very fortunate to have finally found ourselves a suitable candidate to be my successor and become the future Omni-King of this multiverse. From which universe did you pick this child from, says the Zeno Sama, my lord. I happened to come across this mortal as I was checking the current state of each universe. I instinctively felt some immense potential from this child. It seems he is a survivor from a quite powerful race called the Saiyans. They are one of a kind, having quite some potential and innate battle strength and instincts. So have you decided to give him a try? We can always change the candidate if he does not suit your taste and requirements. No. It's fine. Then what should we call him? I see here that his birth name is Kakarot, but I don't kinda like that primitive name. What would you say about calling him Goku, your majesty? Says the Grand Priest. I like it. It is quite befitting of the small lad, says the king of all, Zeno Sama. Now take him, we don't have time to waste by introducing him to the rest of the multiverse, for it will cause some uproar. For now let's train him so that he can stand for himself when the time comes. You are wise, Zeno Sama. I await your command, says the Grand Priest. Now you're gonna train him in the angel ways and also the ways of the gods of destruction. You don't forget to teach him about the multiverse, how it works and what is expected from him as its next ruler. Afterwards I will take over his training. I believe with his potential he can learn Ultra Instinct and master it in the course of 25 years. Finishes Zeno. As so the training begins. It's now decided training starts now. Jump. Master, at this time Kakarot is 2 years old. The Grand Priest decided to take Kakarot, now Goku, to the Angel Training Chamber for his special training. Here it works similarly to the hyperbolic chamber back on Earth, the difference being time moves much slower, 1 day outside being equivalent to 2 years, since Goku has potential equal to that of FRIEZA'S, combined with special training from the father of all angels himself and also his natural fast learning. It is fair to say that within the duration of 20 years of non-stop training, he had already acquired many transformations, from the regular Super Saiyan to mastered Ultra Instinct without rest, and so they came out satisfied with what Goku had achieved. In the outside world he was training in there for just 10 days, which is quite scary if you think about it. Now for those wondering how he survived without food or water as a mere mortal, it is because as it being decided that Goku was the heir to the throne, he was granted godly status, thus getting immortality, which also included slow growth rate as any of its characteristics to a god. Yes, so this basically means he is a deity, including his mindset. You will come to understand the meaning in the next chapters. Now to his power, being specific his base power, which also has an Ultra Instinct tint on it, showing his profound mastery of the technique. It is fully made up of God Ki, as he was a god now. No normal Ki here, meaning sensing power levels from immortals, not Possessing God Ki would be practically impossible. For those who get what I'm saying, they know what I'm getting at. As I was saying, his base power is equal to that of full power Whis, if not Vados, the Angel of Universe 6, this making him way overpowered. And to add on top of that, we have Super Saiyan 1 to Super Saiyan 4, then Super Saiyan God, Blue 2 to even 4, all of them being fully mastered and being more proficient with them even than his canon self. He also got Hakai, achieving Alta Ego as its transformation is in his Saiyan nature. Don't forget about Ultra Instinct, and last but not least Ego Instinct, resulting from the combination of the two transformations as a result of his hardwired potential, and also the best tutor one can ask of. Come on, give the old man some credit. This was his first training session, which happened to be with the Grand Priest, which in itself he had not completed. In the aspects of Annihilate training, the Omni training had not started, so you and I can imagine how overpowered he would be in the near future. Not bad for the successor of the Omni King, says the King of all. What will happen on the next chapter? This will be the end of the current chapter. If you enjoyed it and want more of this series, which will be much longer, I promise, like the video and subscribe for more wonderful content.